Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beaconhouse Old Student Society Boss Memory Lane. Beaconhouse Boss is all about building a community together. In today's episode of Memory Lane, we are honored to have not only one, but two distinguished alumni with us. This sibling duo is working together and recently signed an MOU with Beaconhouse Group, and together they are changing the game of education. Mr. Rizwan Nusrat is a marketing professional with over 13 years of diverse experience ranging from product development, brand management, marketing strategies, product launches to people management. Not only that, he's written a book named Edward Exploitation, and he has been inspiring the global world with his TEDx talks. He graduated from Beaconhouse Margalla Campus, Islamabad in 2006 and is currently co-founder and COO at Grid in their Pakistan country office. Ladies and gentlemen, our second guest today is not less than a star in the gaming world. A Forbes Next 1K entrepreneur, Clinton Global honoree, winner of Entrepreneur Elevator Pitch Show, and a winner of Web Summit Qatar 2024. She is on a mission to empower the next 100 million people to unleash the power of video games for purposeful communication. Before she became an entrepreneur, she has been with World Bank for 15 years, an economist. She graduated from Beaconhouse Margalla Campus, Islamabad in 2004. She is the founder and CEO of Breshna.io, a platform that empowers users to create, share, and monetize their own educational video games. Mariam and Rizwan, welcome to Boss Memory Lane. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Fondest memory at Beaconhouse.
Fondest memory, there's so many. It's such a hard question and it's really hard to pick. I think fond could be like, we have exciting memories, we have all of these like big moments. But I actually think over and over again, I find myself catching that one moment where we had Imran Khan. He came, he was raising for the Shaukat Khanum. And I remember walking up in the assembly and shaking his hand and receiving the certificate. And I think that was probably my first linking up with someone who's kind of like a famous personality or something. And that was the first time I was like, oh, that's kind of cool being in the presence of someone famous. So I think that's a cool memory.
What about you?
Fondest memory, when it was about break time and you would rush to the cafeteria. Not the cafeteria, we also used to call it the canteen then.
Yeah.
And those samosas basically.
Oh man, those samosas.
Samosas and the Coke. So yeah, just before the games period, you were getting ready to taping up the balls, or getting ready to play cricket and all.
Taping up the ball.
So not just one fond memory, but yeah, it's been an amazing journey throughout.
If you have to describe your school life in 3 words, what would that be and why?
So it's been definitely adventurous, for me at least. A bit of crazy as well, because we were notorious group, unfortunately. And then we'll have to give it to the teachers. It's been a nurturing experience for sure.
I think for me, I love literation, so I would probably say extremely exhilarating, right? I feel like Rizwan's spot on. Every single day was almost like a new adventure. So very exhilarating, very enriching. I do think the foundations, are just so important. And now you see kind of those connections, when you do something and you're like, that came from back then and everything. So very enriching and just very, very exciting. I mean, really, I truly believe that we were very privileged. Now I see the impact that being a Beaconhouse alumni has had in our lives. I mean, being a Beaconite throughout.
Yeah,
we were all the way from pre-nursery to A-levels, through and through.
Yeah.
So
BNU was not there, then we would have.
Yeah, BNU, then we would have just continued
well,
and then worked at Beaconhouse as well, and then just
You just talked about connections. As they say, wise people say that at school level you make friends for life. Would you like to name few if you have from that era in life?
It's so wild you ask that, because every single time I come back, I have this WhatsApp group. It's literally called the Girls Branch group, and I have amazing friends. Like there's Rabia, there's Abir, there's Irij, there's Madiha. Like they're all in that group, and every single time I come back, we just at least try to grab a dinner or something. And I love how it transcends the phases of life, right? Like, I mean, whether you were going through college or whether now you're in careers, some of them are moms, like, you know, you go through marriage and everything. And it's such a beautiful bond. And I think those friendships, they just kind of stay throughout, you know. It's like, I mean, that's just a different kind of friendship. And no matter how long you haven't been in touch, when you get in touch, you start off as if you're at the canteen, sitting in the big Margalla campus at the grounds and everything. It's just right back in that moment.
What about you? Would you like to name a few friends?
The school friendships have been the strongest ones that I personally have had over time. I've had, there's Salim, there's Bilal, there's Ahmed, we used to call him Mamu, still call him Mamu. It's a long story in itself. There's Rahman, there's Anam, I mean, if I start naming names, I think it's going to take like a few minutes.
And if you forget a few names, they're going to ask
they'll
you.
be like,
you didn't take my name. So as Mariam said, there's a WhatsApp group, even some are based out of England, some are based in Amsterdam. We're still connected. Whenever they come over, it's like the connection is still there. And these are the people we've seen, you know, grow up, again, get married, get jobs. We've been through the highs and lows of life, all of us together. So yeah, it's been an amazing bond with them.
Wow. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, download the BOSS app and stay connected with your friends. Because, you know, our BOSS Beaconhouse Old Student Society tagline is building a community together. So I think this is what we are doing, and thank you for being part of that. So which group you were in? Mariam Padhaku thi, Shararti thi?
Most of it, I feel like 70% was more like the Padhaku group. But then there was definitely the end was like more of a rebellious group.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I would say, again, shifting roles, the primary branch was predominantly, you know, into the books, studying all the time, because the parents were supervising like completely. When we got into boys branch, I think it's that boys branch label in itself. You let the boys
BMIB.
Yeah, BMIB.
Right.
It came to a point where in 11th, actually in O-levels, we were given a section called Orange. We were the business studies ones, the outcasts rather at that point in time, because everyone take sciences and all. And we were given Orange, and because we were so mischievous, the administrative people at boys branch, they thought, you know, maybe it's the color, let's change the color. They changed it to white, you know, maybe
purity.
Yeah, purity should come out of this white. Yeah,
Peace,
but
exactly.
so yeah, it was studious, them being all naughty, crazy, and yeah, but
all right. So he remembers his class section. What about you, Mariam?
So I started off in B, and then, you know, I mean, I think through A-levels, it was like, O-levels, it was red.
अच्छा, अब्बा की वजह से कितना प्रेशर आता था कि कुछ करना है?
I think बाबा का बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग ये था कि it wasn't कि मैं यहाँ पे हूँ तो तुमने यहाँ पे पहुँचना है. It was कि तुमने अपनी potential 100%, you know, materialize करना है. Like अपने, exactly. And he always said कि this is where I am. Like you have to go beyond.
तो आप इनकी बड़ी बहन हैं. आप इनको कितना बुली करती हैं? और कंपैरिजन होता था स्कूल में?
School में comparison हम दोनों ने इतना नहीं किया जितना our parents were pitting us against each other more. But you tell me, do I bully you? Tell me, do I bully you?
No bully, but एक वो shadow overcast होता ना वो, because she was always the overachiever, the performer, and she, I mean, I'll give her credit. She's done well in every aspect of life, be it education, be it her career and everything. So matching that was a huge challenge, and which is where, I mean, she would not do it intentionally, but the parents would expect the younger one to do the same thing. But unfortunately, the younger one was haywire.
Teachers भी comparison करते थे school में.
Actually, one of the teachers that I named, Sir Altaf, he was surprised how bad I was at math because she was so good.
Economist we have.
And she was like, and he used to go like, "Yaar, tumhari behan," because what Sir Altaf used to do was if he had a notebook open in front of him, if he has to write an equation, he would write it on the whole page. That was his way of writing.
Signature Saralta.
Yeah, that was his way of writing, and he would be like, "Tumhari behen itna acha karti hai, to main samajh nahi aane sir." That's why I'm
Copy khatam ho gayi.
Exactly.
Would you like to name any school support staff who has impacted, or you still think about them?
I think in terms of support staff, actually, interestingly, I almost have dreams about her. Was the canteen lady. Like it was wild because she would actually be like, I mean, she was so generous, so kind.
Very sweet,
She was very sweet. She would like I mean, sometimes if we would run over with studies in our break or something, she'd actually hold food back. But I think in terms of the teachers and admin, I mean, it'd be remiss if I did not say that Mrs. Ali was just one of the most profound, influential figures in our lives, and her loss, I think the Beaconhouse community felt it. Like it just like it was a shock globally. I truly believe that, and I think that she had this little picture of me under her desk, like slid between the glass and the wood of her desk, and she just kept that, and it was just like, it literally gives me goosebumps even now, like thinking back to her. She's just had such a profound impact.
What about you? Teachers ke koi naam yaad hai?
Yeah, there's Sir Ikram, who used to teach us business studies in A-levels. Sir Altaf, he used to teach us math. Bashir Abbasi, then there was the list actually, it goes on. And they've had a great impact on our lives. And as far as the support staff is concerned, I think the security guards at the gates, they were very responsible in ensuring that the kids, they stay within the premises, and the person who's coming to pick them up is actually the right person they're going with. So they played an amazing part in keeping us secure and the premises secure as well.
Beaconhouse Old Student Society, BOSS, building a community together.